Okay, so for our proportion question, we've got quite a difficult one here. So m is inversely proportional to the square of t, and when t equals 2, m equals 7 over 8. So we want to know what positive value of t gives m is 1 over 14. So this is quite difficult because it involves fractions, and we've got inversely proportional to the square, but it's no different to usual. So let's have a look. First of all, we'll write out what we know. So if m is inversely proportional to the square of t, that means it's proportional to 1 over t squared. And this means that we can write m equals, or k times 1 over t squared, which is k over t squared. And then we use the second sentence here, this one, just to find our value of k. That's all that's used for. So when t equals 2, so 2 squared is 4, m equals 7 over 8. So all we've done is we've used this like a formula, we've plugged in our values of t and m. And now we can use this to work out what k is. So we're going to do this non-calculator because we can do that, it's just some fraction work. So k is going to be equal to 4 times 7 over 8, which is going to give us 28 over 8. And if we divide the top and the bottom of this fraction by 4, we're going to get 7 over 2. So our value of k is 7 over 2, which is great. This means that we can rewrite our formula here. So our formula now becomes m equals 7 over 2 over t squared. And if you think about the fractions for a bit, I won't go into too much detail here, but this is going to be 7 over 2t squared. So if you need to pause the video and have a think about that, go for it. But so this is what it will be. So m equals 7 over 2t squared, which is great. Now we can answer our final part. What positive value of t gives m equals 1 over 14? So all we're going to do now is plug those values in. So for m to be 1 over 14, 1 over 14 equals 7 over 2t squared. And now we just solve for t. So all we've done is plug m into our formula that we've created, and now we want to solve for t. So I'm going to start by multiplying up by 2t squared. So this gives us 2t squared over 14 equals 7. And then we can spot that we can simplify this fraction here by dividing the top and the bottom by 2. So this becomes t squared over 7. Hopefully you can see how I did that. 2 divided by 2 and the 14 divided by 2. Then I'll multiply up by 7, so t squared equals 49. And then square root, so t equals plus or minus 7. And we've been asked for the positive value of t, so our positive value of t here is a positive 7. So here's our solution, t equals 7.